All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another market analysis. Today is June 3rd. We're going to go over, what I see price doing in the immediate short term and then on a higher time frame outlook as well. So I actually posted this yesterday inside of the Pro Discord. We took another scalp long here on Bitcoin. Again, we are holding demand, and this is what's so important about trading support and resistance, right? Horizontal zones is that you have to treat it as support until proven otherwise, right? So when we were consolidating here, you can see we were holding this easy algo 3-hour support zone. Same thing with the 4-hour level. Again, you guys know how strong these 4-hour support and resistance zones are on easy algo. So I saw that we were continuing to hold this level here. And I also saw we had this triangle pattern starting to form, which is a bullish pattern when you are in an uptrend, right? So this is like a consolidating pattern. But again, we're still in a higher time frame uptrend after this bias flip right here to the upside after we'd broken this level, confirming with me that, longs are still valid. And until proven otherwise, I want to be looking for longs at support, which is exactly what we saw. The trade is risk-free. The final trigger for entry was this continuation AI buy signal here. I believe on like the 2-hour time frame, was it? Or maybe it was a 3-hour time frame. Oh, I guess it was a 4-hour time frame. So I believe it was this candle right here. We got the AI continuation buy signal. Again, trend cloud is deep into the blue. We're holding support. This is a trade I'm going to take like 9 times out of 10, guys. We have all the confluences there. We also have this trend line here acting as a barrier. So stop loss was, somewhere around here below this low. And again, you want to make the trade risk-free at around this swing point. And now we're just holding. I think we're around up like 75% now. So nice little trade there. And, something else to point out is that a lot of people are talking about, including myself, this huge imbalance down here, right? This huge fair value gap here that had not been filled yet. And this is also in our key fib zone from the swing point down here, right? So if you grab our fib tool, you'll see that's also perfectly overlapping, the 0.5 to 0.618 fib level, right? And so this is why you need to play level by level, right? Because you can't be looking for this level to get tagged if we haven't yet lost this support zone, right? So until we lose the support zone, now we can start looking for lower prices. But, too many of you guys, you're looking for levels that aren't going to get hit because you're skipping levels. Like, look how much support we have and just how many lows in general we have here before we reach that level, right? So you can look for swing fails on all of these lows. And we also have another 4-hour support here that I would expect a bounce from before, we see lower, before we see, the 63.5. A lot of people are talking about wanting to see us get to that price. And I do too, but unfortunately, the market sometimes will not give you that perfect opportunity. You have to play the cards that you're dealt. So in this case, we took the long here off of this 3 to 4 hour support zone here on easy algo. All confluences were met. And I'm holding the rest of the trade, right? If it goes back to break even, it goes back to break even. I can look for another entry similar to what happened in the last analysis video. But again, I want to see these equal highs get taken out, guys. And people are still talking about, I want to see us go back down to 60K. I want to see us test the range lows again. Guys, I don't see that happening personally, right? Just based on what the chart is telling me now. Would that be healthy if we did see the range lows again on like a 12-hour time frame? Come back down to the 62, 61K level? Yeah, that would be perfectly healthy and further consolidate us before an eventual upside breakout, I'd think. But I still want to see these equal highs get taken out, guys. I mean, you can clearly see these equal highs here that we have not yet swept, right? We swept like the 71.5K level, 72K level. We didn't sweep the 73K level yet. So I want to see this level get taken out. Even if you still want to see downside, guys, you want to see liquidity get taken out first. Possibly another new all-time high. And you have to observe the strength at that level. Do we have a strong breakout above? Do we have a full, daily candle close above with momentum? These are the things you have to look for, because if not, now shorts are valid still at the range highs. Again, in the last market analysis video, I talked about this. You need to treat trading a range like a range until proven otherwise. So shorts are valid at the range highs and longs are valid at the swing lows until proven otherwise. Right? So at the current moment, we are approaching these range highs, but still my target is going to be the range highs even if we want to see the range lows again. And the reason, I say that as well is because you can see we'd already swept the lows here. And just based on the candle structure at these levels, you can see, the massive displacement pushing higher. If price were to fail 60K, it would have failed 60K back here. But because we'd swept this low and seen such a strong move to the upside so quickly, it tells me that market makers want to push price back up to the range highs before either continuing the accumulation and bringing price back down to the range lows, or breaking out to the upside because we'd already deviated, below this level. And people are calling for 60K. I don't see 60K getting tagged. I want to see the highs getting tagged first before we do that. So I'm not predicting, whether we eventually visit 62K again, right? That's not my focus. My focus is predicting the next move, right? The one next move. I really don't have an interest in predicting the next 2, 3, 4, 5 moves, right? What's the point if you're not capitalizing off of it? Right, so again, my bias is long until we sweep that 73K level. At that point, I will be looking for shorts. Doesn't mean I'm going to blindly take a short. I'm going to be watching price action and looking to take a potential swing fail, possibly of this high right here or of the all-time high, right? So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Now, this is a pretty strong open here on the daily, right? Which is, again, why I'm still holding this long position. You can see we also had broken out from this smaller time frame downtrend here. And this is resistance that we're currently looking to flip, right? We're pushing higher as I speak right now, approaching that 70K level, which has proven to be resistance. So I'd be, watching the 70.3K level here. I think if we were to tag this another time, we'd probably see a break. Oh, shit. Got my alarm. I think if we are to tag this level again today, I want to see a break. Not saying we can't see some sort of consolidation, but since we've already tagged this level multiple times, this shows me that the resistance is getting significantly weaker, right? With every touch of this level and sharp rejection, right? I eventually expect this level to break, right? Now, again, we can see something like this, but eventually I want to see us break to the upside and tag that 73K level, because that is where a majority of the liquidity lies. And again, liquidity is what actually moves the price, right? Open orders. So, we're watching it in real time. We'll see if we can get a close above this level here to push higher. So again, a nice long position there. If we look at Ethereum, nothing has really changed for me. I'm really not interested in any trades around here. We're in this range. I do want to see this high get swept at around 4,100. But again, I'm not just going to blindly long. I want to see more of a retracement. 3,300 would be ideal for Ethereum. But I just doubt we're going to get this level, guys. That's the only level I'd be interested in longing Ethereum. If we look at WIF, right? I posted another WIF long last night. Let's see, in the Pro, right? So right here. As you can see, I want to see us break out of this 3-hour resistance, see a break of structure, and look to long on the retest. So that's what's playing out at the moment. You can see we reclaimed that 3-hour support zone. So again, look at the price history here, guys, at these levels, right? I only trade support and resistance zones that have lots of price history, lots of taps, lots of flipping between support and resistance. These are what I refer to as gravity levels, right? So gravity levels meaning like these levels are magnets. Price will often gravitate towards these levels because there is a lot of liquidity here. Again, so we did reclaim that level. I didn't enter a long yet on WIF. I do want to see us retrace to that golden pocket here, the 2-hour golden pocket on Easy Algo would be ideal. Stop loss below this low. You can see this is a valid breakout because we have a strong move up with displacement, right? So this hits all of our criteria with a break of structure as well. So you can set a limit here. This would be my WIF long idea, and you'd be targeting the buy side liquidity all the way up here at this 3-hour resistance zone, right? This would be your TP. So 4.5 risk to reward. Again, this is why risk to reward is so crucial. You can literally lose 4 trades in a row, win 1 trade, and then become profitable. Now, obviously, if you're taking partials on the way up, the risk to reward changes slightly. But something you can do, which I really like, is moving your stop loss to break even once the most previous swing high gets tagged. So for example, if price were to tag into our entry and reach this level, that is when I move my stop loss to break even, make the trade risk-free, and then hold until my full thesis is hit. So that's another idea I'm looking at currently on WIF. Something a little bit more degen, which I got in last night, was AMC. So I got an AMC at around 10.5 million market cap because Roaring Kitties tweeted. So if you guys want to take some extra risk, you can feel free to get into AMC on Solana. The pre-market absolutely pumped for AMC and mainly GameStop. I think GameStop's up over 100% right now pre-market. So the thesis with this is that market's going to open, GameStop and AMC are going to fly, and then by extension, the AMC on Sol is also going to fly. And we're still 3x away from all-time high. So not financial advice, but if you want to take some extra risk, I did get an AMC on Solana. So that is it for today's market analysis, right? Very, very clean. I'm showing you guys the receipts. I'm posting all these setups in advance inside of the Pro Discord. So if you want to get access to the easy algo trading indicators as well as, my own personal setups and signals, then be sure to click the first link in the description below. We've just been absolutely crushing this channel. Very, very high win rate recently. We do take losses occasionally, but we've just been crushing the markets. We've just been crushing both ways. So yeah, like I said, first link in the description below if you guys want to sign up to the Pro Discord. But hopefully you guys can see, kind of how I trade on a day-to-day basis and realize it's not super complicated, right? I'm mainly looking for levels that have a lot of price history and waiting to see if, the level is respected or not. And if the level is respected and I have other confluences like a key fib level, market structure, obviously trading with a higher time frame trend lines, bullish divergence here on the easy oscillator, right? Our tools obviously make it a lot easier to spot these confluences. But once your rules are met, that's when you enter along with good risk management, obviously making the trade risk-free as soon as your thesis is validated. That sort of thing. And it's really not rocket science here. A lot of these guys and gurus that you look up to, make trading a lot more difficult than I think it is in actuality. So just be consistent. Hopefully you're learning from these analysis videos. But that's it. I'll see you guys next video.